Hey kids, it's Miss Jerica. I hope you had a great week. Today we're going to be going over our Lazarus lesson that we dropped off in your bags, and we're going to be making this really cool craft. In your bag this week we have your lesson, your Lazarus coloring sheet, your Lazarus craft instructions, and the Lazarus printouts you'll need for your craft. First, we're going to go over your Lazarus lesson. I have a cartoon video for you to watch this week in the description. It's based on John 11, 1 through 44, and that's also our key passage this week. So read John 11, 1 through 27 with your kids, and we will read John 11, 28 through 44 in this video together. Now that you've finished reading John 11, 1 through 27 with your kids, we're going to read the rest of John 11 together. After she said this, she went back home. She called her sister Mary to one side to talk to her. "The teacher is here," Martha said. "He is asking for you." When Mary heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. Jesus had not yet entered the village. He was still at the place where Martha had met him. Some Jews had been comforting Mary in the house. They noticed how quickly she got up and went out. So they followed her. They thought she was going to the tomb to mourn there. Mary reached the place where Jesus was. When she saw him, she fell at his feet. She said, "Lord, I wish that you had been here, then my brother would not have died." Jesus saw her crying. He saw that the Jews who had come along with her were crying also. His spirit became very sad, and he was troubled. "Where have you put him?" he asked. "Come and see, Lord," they replied. Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, "See how much he loved him?" But some of them said, "He opened the eyes of the blind man. Couldn't he have kept this man from dying?" Once more, Jesus felt very sad. He came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone in front of the entrance. "Take away the stone," he said. "But Lord," said Martha, the sister of the dead man, "by this time there is a bad smell. Lazarus has been in the tomb for 4 days." Then Jesus said, "Didn't I tell you that if you believe, you will see God's glory?" So they took away the stone. Then Jesus looked up. He said, "Father, I thank you for hearing me. I know that you always hear me, but I said this for the benefit of the people standing here. I said it so they would believe that you sent me." Then Jesus called out in a loud voice. He said, "Lazarus, come forth." The dead man came out. His hands and feet were wrapped in strips of linen. A cloth was around his face. Jesus said to them, "Take off the clothes he was buried in and let him go." That was John 11:28 through 44. Next, we have our memory verses. Our first memory verse is John 11:4. When Jesus heard it, he said, "The sickness will not end in death, but is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it." Our second memory verse is John 11:40. Jesus said to her, "Didn't I tell you that if you believe, you would see the glory of God?" Next is our lesson summary. God's timing is perfect. Sometimes God's plan doesn't fit our schedule, but his timing is perfect for his glory. Mary and Martha knew that if Jesus would come and see Lazarus before he died, that Jesus could heal Lazarus. However, Jesus got there 2 days after Lazarus had died. This was not the plan Mary and Martha had for their brother. Jesus was supposed to get there before he died according to the timing of Mary and Martha. Jesus had a purpose for his late arrival. Jesus knew that if he arrived after Lazarus had died, the glory of God would be shown to many people and they would be saved. God's plan isn't supposed to be on our timing. God's timing is more perfect than ours, and we should always trust it. This next part is for you and your parents. It's an invitation. What would be better than to lead your own kids to Christ? Ask your kids if they want to accept Jesus as their Savior or get saved. Please don't hesitate to call Miss Jerica, Pastor Jeff, or Miss Paula if you have questions. We can walk you through it if you want us to. However, if you don't want to call anyone, there is an ABCs of Salvation video on our YouTube channel. It gives you the knowledge and materials you need to lead your kids to salvation. Your child's soul is important. Jesus came to die and rise again to give you and your children a way to spend eternity in heaven instead of hell. All you have to do is accept. It's as simple as ABC. Our numbers are listed below the invitation on this paper. It's right here, just in case you want to give us a call. Next, we're going to do our craft. Our craft today is a tomb of Lazarus where you can roll the stone away. The first thing you're going to do is color the printouts that are in your bag. You can color them whatever color you want. I colored my stone in tomb gray and my mummy blue. So have fun and get creative.
A dead man walking, to love came calling. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. 6 feet under.
After you color your printouts, the next thing you're going to do is cut them all out.
I thought it was over, and answered a prayer. The voice of a savior. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
After you cut out all your pieces, you're going to glue them to the plate like this. So first you're going to take your empty grave and you're going to glue it right about here. Once your empty grave is glued to your plate, you're going to take Jesus and you're going to glue him to the right of your empty grave.
Out of the shadows, bound for the gallows, a dead man walking, to love came calling. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. 6 feet under.
After you take Jesus and glue him to the right of the empty grave, you're going to take Lazarus and glue him in the middle of the grave entrance.
I thought it was over, and answered a prayer. The voice of a savior. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
After you glue all 3 of these pieces, you're going to color your grass and color your sky. You might need your parents' help with this next part. After you color your grass and your sky, you're going to make a slit right above Lazarus' head in the entrance of the tomb. How you do this is you fold your plate like this, you grab a pair of scissors, and you cut a tiny slit. Don't make it too big or the brad that we're going to put in here will fall out. You're also going to do the same thing with your stone. So you're going to take your scissors again, and you're going to cut at the very, very top a little slit in your stone.
Out of the shadows, bound for the gallows, a dead man walking, to love came calling. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, 6 feet.
After you do that, you're going to take the brad that's in your bag, and you're going to attach the stone to the grave. So you align where you put your slits, you poke the brad in, and just like that, you now have a stone that can be rolled away.
I thought it was over, and answered a prayer, the voice of a savior. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
So after this, you write the verse, Jesus said, Lazarus, come forth in your grass. After you do that, you can roll away your stone and have fun. Thank you for watching this video. We hope to see you next week, and don't forget to do your memory verses. So thank you and have a great week.
Out of the shadows, bound for the gallows.